We're lights out and away we go at Suzuka. And a really good start from Kamanso. He got a very good start and he goes straight into the lead. A very poor start from Coppi as Etni takes second place into the first corner. And a little bit further back.
Gets punted off by Speedy for a second. They had a bit of
three wide then. The two Mercedes and one of the Mercedes gets pushed off. That's anonymous into the wall. Speedy up the inside of Coppi, having a good look into the hairpin. Coppi just about gives him room. Speedy's exit is compromised and Coppi is going to keep that position at least for the time being. Bantz just about being given room by Hartzer on the outside there. Good stuff from Bantz though, up to P11 on the super soft tyres. So now his next target is Jason on those softs. Well, back up front. 1.4 now the gap between Kamanso and Etni. Etni not really settled into this race yet.
Off. It's a Force India, it's Michael, and that promotes Bantz into the points paying positions.
Well, he seems to have recovered. Down towards Spoon for the third time in this race. Everyone sort of holding station around about a second behind the car in front of them as Kozzy runs a little bit wide on the exit of the first part of Spoon. So he probably got himself a warning for that. I think he was having a look at Ruthful.
In the back, Michael and Smeltin also came together a bit.
Oh dear.
Looked interesting on the intervals, but no one died. But Michael lost
Ruthful down the inside of Hugos. There was a big dive into the chicane and he got the move done. Beautiful pass from Ruthful. Gets himself P5.
Now Hugos will set himself up to possibly take revenge. Where's the DRS measurement? Okay, he's got DRS. So now he will pull to the outside. He will try to swing it around the outside off the first turn, but yeah, Jon, he just managed to do it before. Exactly, better run out of the last corner, and Michael with a stop-go penalty for speeding both Force India cars now with stop-go penalties. At the front we've got 1.3 seconds between Kamanso and Etni, and then
something happened to Jason. Jason facing the wrong way in Dunlop, and must have spun. Yeah, must have spun. So unfortunate for Jason. He had an incident, of course, in the last race at Spa, and he's had another one here at Suzuka. Meanwhile, this battle for what is now P4 rages on. Hugos, Ruthful, and also Kozzy, WWRL, the lead WWRL driver right now. And Hugos, or Ruthful rather, having to defend from the Red Bull as Kozzy goes up the inside. Doesn't really manage to get it slowed down though. A little bit of contact, but all good. So the two Haas drivers just behind as well. The two Hartzer and Silva.
Silva moves to the outside, but yeah, there's no...
Hugo's got a 5 second for exceeding track limits, and also gets himself a pit lane speeding penalty as well. So
no, that might have been some code masters action.
Maybe. So Hugo's race falling apart. Pitted. There's a 15-second gap, of course, between him and the race leader Kamanso, as Satoshi gets it all wrong on the exit of Degna 2 and just about manages to catch it.
Xeno might look to the inside. He had a little look, but no chance there for him to get.
So Hartzer and Kamanso is behind these cars. So for the lead now, Silva around the outside. Hartzer, a little bit of contact there, but nothing doing for him, and Silva takes the lead. So a 2 SRL driver leads, I think possibly for the first time this evening. And Satoshi having a good look at the Haas driver, and Craisino as well, very opportunistically getting himself up into third place as they go into the 2 Degna corners. Good stuff from Craisino, making himself a position there. Oh, and he almost ran into the back. Oh, and Satoshi up the inside as well.
Very optimistic move. Craisino might be a bit upset with Satoshi there. Now they are running towards the Spoon corner, but yeah, Craisino will probably try to get a better exit onto the back straight.
Meanwhile, behind them, Kamanso is going to, as Satoshi once again goes up the inside of Hartzer. Kamanso is going to get held up by this, and Etni is only 1.2 seconds behind him. So we are coming into a very interesting part of this race. End of lap 7. Are any of these cars going to pit? If they're not, that is terrible news for Kamanso. So 2 of them do, or in fact 3 of them do, as Hartzer now leads this race. He stays out on those soft tyres, and Kamanso wasn't able to clear him. So Kamanso now is going to come under serious pressure from the Sauber of Etni behind him, because he's going to have to stay behind Hartzer all the way through this little complex.
And Etney obviously going faster than Hartz at the moment due to tires.
All the way around the outside in the right-hander. Oh, he just about gets that done. Good stuff from Kamanso. But the thing is, Etney will be able to pass as well, I believe.
Hartz just did a massive job. Maybe he got a call from James, I don't know. He did a massive job for his fellow SLR driver.
Yeah. So now the battle very much on between these two drivers, and we've seen these two be very close in pace all the way through this tournament. They battled at Silverstone, of course, that we didn't get to see them battle at Spa because of Kamanso's qualifying, but now we are going to get to see them battle at Suzuka. They are on essentially identical tyres. Kamanso's are 1 lap younger, which might make a little bit of a difference, but we are going to see a battle.
And now Copy is on the main straight. He will try to have a look around the outside of Speedy, and so he does. Will he hold on to that? Speedy now on the inside for the late apex of the corner. They are side by side for the S's now. Oh, and oh no, backing out by Copy there. I don't know. Speedy could.
Yeah, it was a squeeze from Speedy, wasn't it? Now around the outside into the chicane, side by side, as Etney tries to get late on the brakes. Just about manages to get it closed off, but he's not going to have DRS, of course, for the front straight either. Kamanso is going to have that advantage, and these two are going to be battling, I think, for a little while longer. Crossing the line, starting lap 11. Kamanso around the outside in turn 1. They're going to be side by side. They're not going to be side by side because Kamanso is ahead as he goes into turn 1, just barely ahead. You don't want to be behind, or you don't want to be ahead rather, out of the chicane, because it is such an advantage to have DRS on this racetrack. So good stuff from the two of them. And side by side behind as Silva has to defend from, or Light Cruiser rather has to defend from Silva out of the Degna. And again side by side into the hairpin as Light Cruiser again covering the inside, having to defend, but Silva has the run on the exit. Maybe now the Haas driver can get the advantage as nope, he doesn't. And in fact, he's going to lose out to his teammate as well. Hartzer able to get the pass done. Light Cruiser running onto the grass a little bit. Hartzer managing to pass the pair of them. He is on the better tyres than compared to Light Cruiser as they head into the chicane. Still side by side. Good stuff between the two of them. Very respectful.
Copy spins at Speedy.
Oh no, they're both off. Wow.
Oh,
what on earth happened? They both crashed.
He down the inside, and yeah, I don't know whose fault it was. I don't know if any did leave enough room for the others, for the other guy. I didn't see it. I just saw the result, and that was Copy basically shoving Speedy towards the grass and backing off himself. So. And
yeah, that does mean that Ruthful now is on the podium for RCR as Jason gets himself a penalty. He's all the way down the order, though, unfortunately. Had another unfortunate race, despite having really good pace. But Hugo's now putting a little bit of pressure on Speedy as well for P5, as up front we're going to see the two drivers who have pretty much dominated this race start their last lap. Etney with a penalty. Oh, does that end the race? Does that end the race as a contest? It might. Oh, Hugo's retires. What happened?
What happened to Hugo's?
What on earth happened to Hugo's?
Oh, he butted into the wall.
Oh, into the wall. Exit a spoon. Oh, rip Hugo's.
Oh, no. And Light Cruiser and Silver, Light Cruiser and Bance are still having a scrap. Never mind, Bance is out of the scrap. I just had a bit of an interval like to me. Craigzino also trying to get that sweet point.
Three of them absolutely together. And out of the last corner and over the line for the race win goes Kamanso. Good stuff from him. The McLaren driver coming back after the unfortunate qualifying events at Spa and putting in an extremely good shift at the front of the field here at Suzuki. He wins the third race, and in fact there are two RCR drivers on the podium.
Silva goes off track, and Craigzino will have a look. They have a bit of a...
This is for the last point. Oh, Craigzino almost loses it, but manages to keep it. What's the penalty situation though? In fact, Anonymous loses out, and in fact he loses out to a number of drivers, so Tipsy gets himself a point as well.
2 SRL on the board, man.
Yep.
From 8th to 11th.
Yep, 4 2 SRL drivers scoring points, and in fact Jeremy as well in P11, only a second or so off Tipsy for that final point. So good stuff from 2 SRL, a big comeback from them. But I think the overall winners, in fact I'm reasonably sure the overall winners are SLR.